For over a century, we've lived with one of science's most captivating stories, a world ruled by giants, the dinosaurs, rising, thriving, and then vanishing in a single catastrophic moment. A meteor, the story says, ended their reign and cleared the path for us, the mammals, to take over. But what if that story isn't the full truth? What if the way we imagine dinosaurs, their extinction, their dominance, even their biology, has been built on a foundation that's starting to crack? New evidence is revealing a far more complex reality, a reality that challenges what we thought we knew about life, death, and survival on prehistoric Earth. Because the deeper we dig, the stranger the dinosaur story becomes. When paleontology was born in the 19th century, dinosaurs were imagined as slow, lumbering monsters, cold-blooded failures of evolution destined for extinction. Artists painted them like living fossils, massive, dull, and doomed. But this image wasn't science. It was culture, the product of Victorian imagination and limited evidence. Bones alone told us little about behavior, biology, or ecology, so we filled in the gaps with fantasy. The idea that dinosaurs were primitive and mammals were superior became an easy story, one that fit our need to see ourselves as evolution's final success. But as new fossils emerged, especially in the last few decades, that picture began to crumble. We found dinosaurs with hollow bones, air sacs, and evidence of complex breathing systems, just like birds. We found warm-blooded metabolisms, parental care, feathers, colors, and even social intelligence. Dinosaurs, it turns out, weren't primitive failures. They were evolutionary masterpieces. So if they were that advanced, why did they disappear? The story of their end is familiar. A 10-kilometer asteroid slams into Earth, ignites a global firestorm, and wipes out 75% of life. It's dramatic, cinematic, and scientifically grounded. But is it complete? In recent years, paleontologists have started to notice something strange. When you look at the fossil record, the extinction doesn't seem as sudden as we've been told. In some regions, dinosaur populations were already declining before the impact. In others, they seemed to survive after it, at least for a time. The asteroid theory explains a lot: the global iridium layer, shocked quartz, the Chicxulub crater, but it doesn't explain everything. Some scientists now suspect that the extinction was a slow collapse, not an instant apocalypse. A chain reaction of events: volcanic eruptions, climate swings, oxygen changes, and collapsing food webs that together weakened the dinosaurs long before the final strike. And here's the real mystery: some of their closest relatives never went extinct at all. Every time you hear a bird sing, you're hearing the voice of a living dinosaur. This isn't metaphor, it's science. Modern birds, from sparrows to eagles, are direct descendants of the theropod dinosaurs, the same group that gave us Tyrannosaurus rex and Velociraptor. Feathers, hollow bones, specialized lungs, even nesting behavior, all originated long before the impact. In other words, not all dinosaurs died, they simply evolved. The meteor didn't end the age of dinosaurs, it transformed it. And that revelation exposes a deeper flaw in our old theory. We've been dividing life into neat, simple categories: extinct and alive, reptile and bird, failure and success. When in truth, evolution doesn't work that way. Life doesn't restart after extinction. It adapts, repurposes, continues. The dinosaurs didn't vanish. They became something new. So here's the real problem with the dinosaur theory. It's not that we got the facts wrong, it's that we got the definitions wrong. We treated dinosaur as a fixed identity, a chapter that begins and ends. But nature doesn't write in chapters, it writes in continuums. What we call birds are not a separate lineage. They're the next generation of dinosaurs. If the dinosaurs are alive today, then the story of their extinction was never about death. It was about transformation. This realization also reshapes our understanding of extinction itself. Because if life can reinvent itself so profoundly, if a creature like T-Rex can become a songbird, then extinction may not be as final as we think. Perhaps extinction is just another word for evolution under pressure. When we look back at Earth's history, it's tempting to imagine clear divisions. The age of reptiles, the age of mammals, the age of humans. But those boundaries are illusions. The fossil record shows a constant exchange: survival, adaptation, and inheritance. The DNA of dinosaurs still beats in the veins of modern birds. The genes that built reptilian scales were reshaped into feathers. The same bones that once formed claws now flex as wings. We are living in the sequel to the age of dinosaurs, not its aftermath. A world still defined by their innovations, their resilience, and their evolutionary brilliance. And if that's true, then maybe we should ask, are we really the rulers of this planet, or just the latest chapter in a story they began? The dinosaur theory isn't broken because it's false. It's broken because it's incomplete. We once imagined extinction as an ending. Now we know it can also be a transformation. The dinosaurs didn't vanish. They changed, adapted, survived, and they're still here, soaring above us, singing through the air. Every feathered wing is a reminder. Evolution doesn't erase, it rewrites. And perhaps, someday, long after we're gone, another species will look back at us and wonder if we truly went extinct or simply became something new. Subscribe to Lifonix, Nature Reimagined through AI,